Yeah, but I also have heard that they did the same exact spot the night before with no incident at a house show. From what I keep hearing, a lot of the WWE higher ups and everyone else are basically ruling this off as a complete freak accident. So yeah, it's I like you. As soon as I saw it for the first time, it seemed a lot worse than it is. But then again, I'm not. I really don't see enough to really assume any foul play. I really.
Oh,
do not.
I don't think Sasha Banks did it on purpose. It was honestly a planned move, but it's still like you really need to think maybe we should kind of focus away during certain moves that will probably affect the neck, the head area, especially when Paige had her back turned.
Mm.
Do it in front, sure. They can catch themselves. They can prepare themselves for the hit. But Paige was waiting for that back hit, and that's what will cost her career, which is such a shame because she was just getting back at it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, yeah, Miz is number 3. He did pass the Honky Tonk Man.
Yes, I just found it too.
454, and they say recognized by WWE 523 days. He's got a long way to go to top Pedro Morales' 619 days.
Still, not that. That's certainly doable. And when we're talking about the Honky Tonk Man, that was his grand total with his one reign. We're talking, at least the Miz has seven reigns, but that was his combined days.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Now I'll do this particular lookup later. I wonder how long his longest single reign.
Good question. That one is probably going to be take a little bit more digging to find.
Especially, I could stay on the wiki page, but yeah, I'm not going to go searching through the entire Intercontinental history right now.
Yes, these scholars will do their own research later, but for now, yeah, I still want to see. I want to see the Miz get the longest amount of non-consecutive days, just all the days total. I want him to beat every record, and it's very sad that Paige is going to be gone.
Mm-hmm. Well, in ring, she's going to be gone. I could see her being the manager position for...
Still Absolution?
Yeah, with Absolution. God, why? I'm blanking out with their names.
Mandy Rose and Sonya Deville.
Thank you. I'm still not going to remember it.
I know that they're still
new. They're still not. They haven't made their impact yet on me. Same thing with the Riot Squad. Other than Ruby Riot, I don't know the other two. Sarah Logan.
Yeah, it's
Sarah Logan and
it's Ruby Riot, Sarah Logan, and other one.
Something Morgan.
Oh, Liv Morgan.
Liv Morgan.
I knew that.
How do I know these 3 more than Absolution?
I don't.
I don't know.
At least Liv Morgan was on NXT.
Yeah.
Like a handful of times, and she always lost.
But yeah, with Paige, she can just be a manager position for Absolution. She could still be an on-air character, just not an in-ring character, sadly.
Yeah, she'll be the Conan of WWE.
Yeah, we can go that way.
Either way, I hope they have something for her, because after all that she went through the comeback, to have her go out like this is just, no. That's just sad. But anyway, that's this week in Backstage News. Now moving on to the rest of this week in WWE and wrestling in general. We're kicking things off this week with a little bit of Monday Night Raw, which apparently could also be called the Braun Strowman Show.
It pretty much was, and that's what actually made this show awesome. Everything Braun Strowman did was just so much fun. It was so stupid, but it was fun stupid. I didn't want it to end. The only real criticism I have with it is just what they did with the whole truck segment.
There were so many cuts.
There were so many different cuts. They weren't even there for a second. It was just cut, 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 cut. Damn you, Kevin Dunn. But let's go to the beginning of Raw. Why why this is called the Braun Strowman Show for us. He comes out, says a surprisingly accurate short story. He's like, I'm going to tell you all a short story. The monster dominated over the beast and the machine. Yeah, that's a very short story.
The end.
If only he said the end. I'm like, yep. You didn't need the end. It actually was better without the end. But yeah, it was a very short story. Then Kurt Angle decides to come out and says, no, we will not tolerate this stuff. We want to settle things. We settle them in the ring. Says the guy who at one point was threatening to throw Stone Cold Steve Austin over a bridge because Stone Cold did that to his medals.
Wow, continuity.
Yeah, right. And little fun fact, I remember that promo of being the debut of the What.
You know what? You're right.
That was the debut of the What. Austin throwing Kurt Angle's medals over a bridge.
Wait, no. No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
The What technically originated during the whole alliance thing. It was just like he just started doing it in a random alliance promo. I think it was like ripping on he was ripping on Hugh Morris.
No, that was after that. Hugh Morris was after the Kurt Angle bit.
Was it?
Yeah. He threw the medals off. I even remember the show ending, him throwing the medals off, Kurt Angle's losing his shit, and the video ends with Stone Cold just taking one last breath. What? Granted, he was saying what throughout the whole promo of Kurt Angle, but yeah, ending it with that what? That was the debut of what?
As far as an official thing, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, that I will buy.
And then the next week, Kurt Angle abducted Stone Cold, had him blindfolded, and was threatening to throw him off a bridge, and made Stone Cold cry. It's like, cry, Austin, cry. I'm sorry. You're pathetic.
Now you made me think of what. Now that I finally got it out of my head for the first time in years.
I think the first in-ring promo was the Hugh Morris thing, actually.
That's why I'm thinking. That's what I was thinking. But anyway, we're digressing right now. Now we're talking about what.
What?
Yes.
But yeah, back to Braun Strowman.
Yes, the Braun Strowman show.
Kurt Angle saying his actions. You have to suffer the consequences for your actions. You're not going to be in the... Both Kane and Brock Lesnar are able to compete in the title match, but you won't. Braun Strowman, you're fired. And he was hoping security would be able to escort him out of the building, but Braun was just like, nope. And he completely destroys...
Braun Strowman remembered he was a cartoon character.
He remembers he's a cartoon character, and he completely destroyed security. And he's like, oh, what was it that he yelled? Like, I'm not leaving until everyone gets these hands.
That's a good line.
Let's see. Braun Strowman went to Kurt Angle's office first. He destroyed Kurt Angle's office. And then he goes to catering.
That was great.
Oh, the catering was the best part. He just choke slams Kurt Hawkins through a table. And then there was this one little man holding a plate of...
big chocolate cake.
A whole chocolate cake. And Braun Strowman, being the cartoon character he is...
He's like, just cake.
He does... Oh, I wish he said cake. He just grabs one piece and just takes a bite out of it and walks away while the guy looks like he shit himself.
He didn't even look like he shit himself. He just looked like... He looked like he was just a complete statue. He acted like Braun Strowman was like a dinosaur from Jurassic Park.
He didn't even blink.
It was like, he can't see me if I don't move. Just take the cake and leave,
please.
Take
a slice of cake and leave.
He was like, you know what? I will.
Cake.
In all seriousness, I have to admit, you don't know how close I came to actually baking a cake for today. Seriously, I've just got like a thing of cake mix just sitting in my pantry. I'm just like, one of these days, I'm going to bake a cake. I'm just like...
Save it for WrestleMania.
You know what? Maybe I should. Or I can save it for the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, you can do that too.
I want to bake, damn it.
And so... one guy goes to Kurt Angle. He's going to the production trucks. And Kurt Angle, with, I swear to God, it's Tommy Wiseau level acting. there's equipment in there worth $12 million. Seriously, you watch that clip again?
I wasn't even paying attention.
It was
to
like
that.
even it was Sharknado level. It was Tommy Wiseau level acting. I'm like, good God, Kurt, you could have said that better. You could at least said that more convincing. Jesus, that's why you're on terrible sci-fi movies.
Now I want to go back and watch that again. Just for the delivery.
Oh my God, I was just like, wow, Kurt, wow. He goes to the production truck. He throws a couple papers around. This is actually the least thing he did on the entire night. Throw a couple papers around, and then he goes outside. All the production team is thinking, is he gone? Is he gone? All right, come on. Is the equipment all right? Is the equipment all right? All right, come on. Let's try and get back to work. And in another just completely, oh my God, are you serious moment, they quote, shook the truck, but really it was just the camera guy moving back and forth, and all the production team trying to quote react to it. Terrible acting. So Braun takes the semi off disconnects it from the production truck, takes the semi, lifts that sucker up, and tips it over.
And all the cuts.
And Kurt Angle saying, I'm calling the police, you better get out of here. Braun hints he's probably going to walk away. Nope, I'm tipping over this sumbitch. He tips it over, does his Braun yell, Braun! And then goes to the stage, which beforehand they show Kurt Angle getting a phone call from someone. We don't know who it is yet, but Braun Strowman goes on stage, grabs Michael Cole, and going to do what God knows what else. Hopefully it's not a Heidenreich moment. Kurt says, I talked with Stephanie. You're rehired. He's the best cartoon character on Raw. And then he takes Michael Cole and throws him into 20 guys, and the 20 guys sell it like Michael Cole is the heaviest piece of shit in the world.
Okay.
Braun wins.
Fatality.
Seriously, though, that if there were four security guys that called Michael Cole is one thing. There were at least 15 guys. He throws Michael Cole at them, and they sell it like he's throwing, I don't know, giant bags of fertilizer? I don't know. Like, that scene in Richie Rich when they launch the fertilizer and it hits the security guy? That bag of fertilizer was Michael Cole. That security guard was all 15 to 20 of those guys, and that's how they sold it.
Wow, 90s references much.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. It's a curse with all the shit that's in my head. But seriously, though, they oversold that so bad. And then when Tom Phillips came out, I was like, Michael Cole was thrown into 20 guys. There was no way he could have taken such serious damage. The man, he's had worse done to him. What the hell?
Stop making sense.
No. It's kind of what we do, man.
I'm talking about Tom Phillips.
Oh, Tom Phillips is awesome. Well, he did mess up a couple of times. He kept flubbing words. But I don't give... nobody's perfect. He did a good job. And honestly, I like it. I like Tom Phillips. He's actually really rising in the ranks of like being a full-on commentator. Him and Corey Graves work wonders together. Their chemistry is amazing. I hope that these two become the main voices of WWE after Michael Cole retires.
Yeah, I think certainly I'm not worried about the commentary team at Raw anymore.
Except Booker T. My God.
Booker T is just Booker T. I've got nothing to say about that. However...
That's all you need to say about that.
However, even outside of everything that happened with the adventures of Braun Strowman, one other thing I was glad to see is the Revival back in action, full on.
And their end promo was really good. They faced some local jobbers, and they did their promo. They are professional wrestlers. They're not entertainers. And I was really into it. I was into what they're saying, and I hope something's probably gonna lead to Raw 25 with their promos. Mm-hmm. But especially since they brought up Stone Cold Steve Austin and they brought up someone else. I don't remember off the top of my head who, but there's